children. I'm so happy to be here once again to have a lesson on mathematics. My name is Miss Arthur. It's okay. So now we'll be looking at data, and under data we'll be looking at data interpretation. Okay, say after me. So by the end of today's lesson, you should be able to analyze and represent a collected data in a picture graph. Our next objective is you should be able to solve problems based on a given picture. Now let's look at our keywords. So our keywords for today are organize. So when we say organize, we are talking about arranging something systematically in order. So this will come before this. Yes. The next keyword is picture graph. So picture graph means a pictorial display of data with symbols or pictures. Good. Okay, children, do you remember what we talked about in our previous lesson? Yes. Tell me. Very good. We talked about how to draw a picture graph on the data we collected. We collected the data of types of biscuits and we represented it on a picture graph. Yes, we also looked at how to trace it in order to get a neat and correct work. Very good. Now let's move on to today's lesson. I've collected raw data on 3D shapes. They are raw data because they are not organized. Now, can you tell me the number of cubes here? No, it is very difficult to identify. Okay, so now let's look at our available 3D shapes here and write their names on the 3D shape column in our tally chart. Okay, so do you remember we've done 3D shapes? Do you remember your 3D shapes? Good. So what is the name of this 3D shape? Yes, this is a triangular prism. Triangular prism. Now let's look at the next 3D shape. This is what? This is very common at home, so I know you can get it for me. Yes, this is cylinder. Again, cylinder. Our next 3D shape is cubeboard. Cubeboard. Then our last one, it looks like dice. So guess it. What is the name of this? Cube. Very good. Now let's move on. We are going to organize this raw data in order to fill the tally here. Okay, so let's go. So this is what? A triangular prism. This is cylinder. Do your cube and your stroke here. This is a cylinder. Here. This is cube. This is a triangular prism. Next is cube. This is cubeboard. This is cubeboard. Next is our triangular prism. Next is our triangular prism. Next is our cube. This is cube. Now, this is triangular prism. So it is 5 now. You know how to do it. 5. Good. This is cube. It is also 5 now. Cube. Good. Triangular prism. Sorry, this is cuboid. This is cuboid. Next is cuboid. So making 5. Our next one is a triangular prism. So this is cylinder. Okay, now we are going to look at our next one, which is cube. This is cube. So now we are going to look at the total, looking at our tally here. So we have 5 for triangular prism, we have 3 for cylinder, we have 5 for cuboid, and we have 8 for cube. Very good. Now let's move on. Okay children, as you can see, our raw data is organized on our table and on our tally chart. So you can tell that this is very easy. Alright, now we are going to represent the data we collected on 3D shapes on our picture graph. So before that, you know that this side is called what? This is vertical and this side is horizontal. We are going to write the number of 3D shapes here on our vertical line. Then we come to the horizontal line. We write the names of the 3D shapes we collected. Now let's move on. So you come here and write number of 3D shapes. Then you come down, you write names of 3D shapes. So we have our numbers here already. Let's look at the names. The first name is triangular prism. Very good. The next name is cylinder. Good. Next is cuboid. Good. And our last 3D shape is cube. Okay, children. So how many triangular shapes, triangular prism do we have here? 5, right? So we are going to draw as we did for the biscuit. So these are the keys we are going to do. Use 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Very good. So our next 3D shape is the cylinder. Now let's count. 1, 2, 3. We have 3 here. So you are going to draw 3 of these. So this is how you will represent it on your 1. You move to this side. 2, and the last one. Very good. Now let's move on. Our next 3D shape is the cuboid. The cuboid is 5. There are 5. So cuboid like this. 1. You have to trace it so that you get the correct figure. 2, 3, 4, and the last one is 5. Very good. Now let's move on to our last 3D shape, which is the cube. The cubes are 8. So now we are going to represent the cubes on our picture graph. One, retrace. Two, three, four, five, and the 6 is here. Six, 7 is up here. And our last cube. So now this is how we represent information on our tally chart, on our picture graph. Very good. Is this not beautiful? Yes, it is. So based on our objectives, we are going to solve a problem. Yes, we're going to answer the question using our tally chart and our pictorial graph. Good. Now, are there more triangular prisms than cubes? Now let's look at the tally chart in this. Looking here, this is more than, the cube is more than the triangular prism. So the answer is no. Even when you come here, we had 5 for the triangular prism. And we had 8 for our cube. So the answer is no. So now children, what did we learn today? Today, we talked about how to represent data on the tally chart and also on the picture graph. And we were able to answer some questions based on our tally chart. So now, based on what I've taught you, you're going to answer the following questions at home. Take your jotters. So our first question, which shape has the least number there? Looking at our pictorial graph and our tally chart, which shape has the least number there? My second question, what will be the answer when you put cylinder and cuboid together? So you're going to use the idea of addition. Very good. Great job, children. Keep it up. So, now, stay safe and be good girls and boys. Make sure that you take your studies very seriously. Bye-bye.